to Oshi, from Oshi to Kemibua. I want to know where it's on. Man, they show my. Because Gishin be sent from home I had them. They don't have to push here. Gabos Awaka. Ebe Governor Hope Onokola.
Are very, very happy with you. You've done well. Imo State putting a record that even in the next 20, 30 years, the way they remember Sambakwe is the way they will remember you. And the assurances we'll give you, sir, is that look at our sisters, our brothers you have given position of power, and they are all working very hard. Come Saturday, our son, you have given this ticket. You have given the ticket known as PAM, but his name is empowerment. His name is capacity, and his name is fear of God. We will deliver him, and with House of Rep, we deliver the presidential candidate. This is the promise we are giving you, because I know you have done well, and we believe that with what you have done in Imo State, you have set the record straight. And we all pray that the good Lord will continue to bless you in Jesus' name.
Uzaba land. Uzaba has been a very ancient kingdom. In fact, this road is the only road that Ikedru through this axis could access the state capital within a space of 10 minutes. Your Excellency, you've done very marvelously well on this particular road. It's a nightmare. Just like my chairman, Ezakujobi said, and my local government chairman here, Solad, is aware that without you, Your Excellency, we cannot have this road done. So we want to thank you for what you have done and what you are doing now. And we hope that in a very short time, it will be completed during your tenure, this first tenure. What you did in the Kemele is what you want to replicate here. Your Excellency, we are very proud of you. And whatever you have given us, we are going to give you double portion. Thank you and remain blessed.
Your Excellency, ihe njiwa bụ otuto na ekele ikele gị maka na echetara m ụbọchị m gbakwutere gị ejụọ m ele ebe m si isi m ele isi ụra atọ wa shi gị na ọnwa ụmụnna from Toronto na agbagide nnọọ gbafee otu ha niile wu ebe ka anyị isi m don't worry within the shortest possible time na ị ga-commence ịrụ ụzọ ndebe ka anyị ọrụ ọna ya o.
The State Commissioner for Works, Ralph Nwosu, also spoke on what is expected on the road and state government's commitment to finishing the road in due time. The governor in his speech maintained that all government's programs and policies should be geared towards making life more meaningful for the people. He promised that within 4 months, the road will be completed with quality delivery.
In January 2020, he promised Imo people that he will hit the ground running. And in all those years, he has kept that promise. That was the promise that brought MCC Road. Promise that brought the Tiger Road, brought the Tiger Street, brought Relief Market, and so many other ones. Today we are here again to flag off the construction of part of the outer ring road of Imo State. The outer ring road is that connects Oji, Toronto, Road Safety, Naze, Ihiagwa to Obize. That's part of the outer ring road of Imo State. And I can confirm that what we are doing here today is to complete the picture. Already, part of the outer ring road, the road safety to Naze is under construction. And the contractor, as we speak, has been mandated to speed up process so that what we are doing here will connect to the end. Ordinarily, His Excellency will today be campaigning. Be on the ground campaigning, because in 4 days we'll have election. But he made a promise to Imo people that he will work all the days of his administration will be used to work for the people of Imo State. We are not afraid going into election, because we have achievements, we have something that we can fall back on.
I've come with a new story. A story that will be as appetizing as ever anybody will think. And that's the story of good governance. A man can only give what he has. When you have asking a man for what he does not have, it means you are not expecting anything. So I have what you are looking for all these years. I only plead with you to give me the opportunity to deliver what you need. Because I know your desires. And only a visionary leader can transfer a desire into reality. Your desirables can only be realizable with a well-focused and visionary leader. A man who understands the need for development. A man who understands that we need quality public hospitals. A man who understands that we need quality public schools. How do you explain a situation where a civil servant's salary is less than 150,000? And for his children to go to school, they will only go to a private school where the minimum school fees is 500,000. How will he get the money from?
Some weeks down the line, work has started, and these roads and contractors are on site to ensure that the 4-month timeline given by the governor is met. Residents of the area commended the governor for keeping to his words.
Well, what I can see from this government, they are trying from the infrastructure. They have built the main road from Wedra to Toronto, and now he's taking this one. It's a very good one from the government.
Everything is going normal now. But before, this road disturb us too much. No customers for our shop. Some people is running about this road now. No way. Motor is not moving. Motor is not moving at all. Everything is sizzling now. But I thank God, you know, this vehicle is just moving now.
I feel happy. Because the time the road is not good, because I don't sell. But this time around, government have remembered us, customers have remembered me. So I appreciate that.
In the spirit of the resurrection of Christ, which signifies Easter, and in commemoration of the Easter, Governor Hope Uzodinma and his wife, as well as other top Imo State government functionaries, political appointees, friends and well-wishers, joined Christian faithful to attend church service at St. Rose of Lima Catholic Parish, Ozoomuma, in Oro East local government area of Imo State. In his Easter message, Governor Hope Uzodinma urges Christians to take advantage of the Easter season to propagate love and peace across the country, maintaining that without peace and love, development will be hindered in the society. He called on all Imo indigents to also continue to pray for the sustainable peace in the state so that the government can function optimally without any distractions.
I'm not able to hear this year. I'm not able to witness this year. We pray that their soul will rest in peace. Therefore, I want to tell you all Christians, brothers and sisters, to celebrate the resurrection of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, to pause a while and reflect on the reason for this season, to understand the need for us to be sober, reconciliate and to the land of peace. Because it is only when we have peace in our states that we can get development. And it is only when we are following the road that happiness, good health, and long life can be guaranteed. So today, everything that we are supposed to say has been said during the whole week and summarized in one chapter of 5 John 3:16, that God so loved the world that he gave the only begotten Son. Once you believe in him, you are life guaranteed. So I urge one of us to continue to preach this in the name of faith. But these bandits, these rascals, are our relations. Most of them also claim to be Christians and members of our church. I think if we have this kind of faith, we'll be able to allow government the opportunity to use the resources meant for development to the red people. There's no two ways about it. We need to be our brothers and sisters. And when we preach the love of God, the God will receive, according to the scriptures, is our neighbor. Love your neighbor as yourself. If you love your neighbor, you won't sit in a meeting where people will planning to go and kill your neighbor. You won't sit in a meeting where people are planning to go and attack government facilities. So as long as we preach love, and we can emulate the life of Christ, when you are a Christian, it will be Christian life, it will be like Christ. He paid the supreme price. Supreme Christ, he gave his life so that we can live. I don't want to continue to be priests. I'm not here to preach another only. I want to bring the God of us to understand that power belongs to God. And he chooses to give to whom he wants to give at any given time. No amount of power, no size of power is enough to take anybody's life. So I think I want to all of us to take a sober reflection, taking advantage of this season, to take good for our state, take good for our brothers and sisters, and take good for Nigeria. Politics will come and go. The Imo State will remain. We don't have to understand our state. So what we wish Imo State to well, we are wishing ourselves well. We don't wish Imo State to well, I pray God will forgive these acts so that Imo State will do well.
Meanwhile, in his determination to deepen and strengthen the spiritual lives of Imo people, the Uzodinma-led administration approved the sponsorship of a record 1,000 pilgrims to the Holy Land of Israel and Jordan this year. According to the State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Declan Emelumba, the approval has already been given to the Imo State Pilgrims Board to commence screening of would-be beneficiaries. According to him, Governor Uzodinma decided to sponsor these number of pilgrims this year because of his belief in both the physical and spiritual growth of Imo people, adding that since his assumption of office in 2020, Uzodinma has made it a point of duty to personally see to the welfare of the people. He said unlike before when candidacy for pilgrimage was restricted to well-to-do and connected citizens, those going for this year are coming from all segments of the society, including the very poor. Taking a cue from the Holy Bible and according to Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Truly, this is what is evident in Imo State, and as long as Governor Hope Uzodinma is at the helm of affairs in Imo State, the people will continue to rejoice.
Here is the break breaking news of the moment. Biscon TV, the most exciting 24-hour general interest television station, parading cutting-edge programs in news, sports, politics, business, foreign news, fashion and style, entertainment and lifestyle programs. Biscon Movies and more has been moved to channel 144 on Go TV. Our programs begin daily with Biscon Breakfast Bubble BBB, featuring newspaper review and interviews on trending issues. Biscon Roundtable is our daily discussion program on essential tips on life and living. Biscon TV broadcasts news 7 times daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Biscon TV can be watched in all parts of the country now on Go TV channel 144 and live streaming on Biscon TV on YouTube. Biscon TV live streaming on YouTube is the fastest growing, most watched 24-hour live streaming channel on YouTube. Remember, Biscon TV has been moved from channel 108 to channel 144 on Go TV. Biscon TV, interactive, engaging, and unconventional.
Blowmusic.com.
We shall succeed. We shall succeed. And reposition our greatness. We shall succeed. Thousands must unite. Thousands must unite to make progress and bring development. Thousands must unite.
This anthem is composed and brought to you by Mr. Wisdom Equally and sponsored by Engineer Olis Kemenanabo.
Here is the breaking news of the moment. Biscon TV, the most exciting 24-hour general interest television station, parading cutting-edge programs in news, sports, politics, business, foreign news, fashion and style, entertainment and lifestyle programs. Biscon Movies and more has been moved to channel 144 on Go TV. Our programs begin daily with Biscon Breakfast Bubble BBB, featuring newspaper review and interviews on trending issues. Biscon Roundtable is our daily discussion program on essential tips on life and living. Biscon TV broadcasts news 7 times daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Biscon TV can be watched in all parts of the country now on Go TV channel 144 and live streaming on Biscon TV on YouTube. Biscon TV live streaming on YouTube is the fastest growing, most watched 24-hour live streaming channel on YouTube. Remember, Biscon TV has been moved from channel 108 to channel 144 on Go TV. Biscon TV, interactive, engaging, and unconventional.
In a world where challenges test our resolve, leadership matters.
Our future is brighter. Those who support, let them stand up and say, I.
The people have spoken and they've chosen continuity and consolidation. Now more than ever, we need experienced leadership that can guide us through the storms of adversity. When disaster struck, our governor didn't desert us. He stood with us, leading the way with his mantra, reconstruction, rehabilitation, and recovery. In less than 4 years, together, we've built what was lost Our communities are rising from the ashes, stronger and more resilient than ever before. Our workforce is now a force to reckon with. Our education is now quality and qualitative. Businesses are thriving, farmers are happy, and quality healthcare is accessible to all. This is our governor's vision and mission. Together, we will forge a better future for our children. We will stand tall against all challenges that come our way for a future that's united, strong, and resilient. Vote for progress, continuity, and consolidation. Vote for the second term of our dedicated governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma CON. Vote APC.
Here is the breaking news of the moment. Biscon TV, the most exciting 24-hour general interest television station, parading cutting-edge programs in news, sports, politics, business, foreign news, fashion and style, entertainment and lifestyle programs, Biscon movies and more, has been moved to channel 144 on GoTV. Our programs begin daily with Biscon Breakfast Bubble BBB, featuring newspaper review and interviews on trending issues. Biscon Roundtable is our daily discussion program on essential tips on life and living. Biscon TV broadcasts news 7 times daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Biscon TV can be watched in all parts of the country now on GoTV channel 144 and live streaming on Biscon TV on YouTube. Biscon TV live streaming on YouTube is the fastest growing, most watched 24-hour live streaming channel on YouTube. Remember, Biscon TV has been moved from channel 108 to channel 144 on GoTV. Biscon TV. Interactive, engaging, and unconventional.
The 25th Remembrance Anniversary Service for the late Omoba Pa Olatunde Jonathan Lawrence was held on Sunday, the 23rd of April 2023 at the Cathedral Church of Christ, Marina, Lagos. Pa Olatunde Lawrence was the first African to become a nuclear physicist. He was a product of Oxford University, where he was also an athlete of note. He worked as a researcher and became so widely known. He, among other achievements, founded the Gaskia College, Ijora, Lagos. The epistle was taken from the book of James chapter 1, verse 1 to 8 by Mr. Debola Thomas. The gospel reading was taken by Reverend Dr. Oluwaseun Adeyemi from the book of Mark chapter 6, verse 1 to 6. In the sermon, which centered around the theme, Activating Possibilities with Ongoing Faith in God, Very Reverend Henry Adelegon made it clear that activating possibilities with ongoing faith in God entails an unyielding belief and hope in the Almighty God, regardless of trials and tribulations.
We are no longer under bondage. We are no longer under any captivity. When faith comes, it's what it changes. Faith and not anxiety delivers from the bondages of inherited to parental sicknesses, liberates from drug addiction, delivers from bad habits. Faith liberates you from the schoolmaster, the capture of the optimizer sector. Hemorrhages are eaten, stools are rolled away, the dead are brought to life. There are weddings, naming ceremonies, and there are occupational breakthroughs. All things are possible to them that believe. Please, even as you go to the world, what you must always say as you are going out is, God, I believe that all things are possible to me. Why? Because I believe. Number 3, what is faith? Faith takes away mountains. Matthew chapter 17, verse 20. If you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, you shall say to this mountain, remove them to the other place, and nothing shall be impossible for you. Oh, the mountain might look physical, but a mountain is a challenge that has been staring you in the face for a long time and not moving. You have done everything, you have prayed, you have visited the doctor, but it's still there. It's a mountain. What is a mountain? It is that thing that or how long the person has been there. In the place of faith, he shall be removed.
The service also featured special Thanksgiving sessions by family members of the late Pa Olatunde Jonathan Lawrence and members of the Old Students Association of Gaskia College, Ijora. The service ended with a benediction and withdrawal hymn. The reception followed next at the LHL Event Center, Ikeja Airport Hotel, on Sunday, the 23rd of April, 2023. It was also a celebration of the 60th Founders Day of Gaskia College, which was founded by Omoba Pa Olatunde Jonathan Lawrence on the 3rd of March 1963. The celebration was attended by family members, friends, and well-wishers from far and near. High points of the reception included a minute's silence in honor of the late Omoba Pa Olatunde Lawrence, the reading of his biography, as well as special cultural dance performances. Music was provided by the Faith Band and DJ Kenox. From Biscon Communications, it's farewell to the late Omoba Pa Olatunde Lawrence.
challenges test our resolve, leadership matters.
Our future is brighter. God is available. To support, let them stand up and say,
The people have spoken and they've chosen continuity and consolidation. Now more than ever, we need experienced leadership that can guide us through the storms of adversity. When disaster struck, our governor didn't desert us. He stood with us, leading the way with his mantra, reconstruction, rehabilitation, and recovery. In less than 4 years, together, we've built what was lost. Our communities are rising from the ashes, stronger and more resilient than ever before. Our workforce is now a force to reckon with. Our education is now quality and qualitative. Businesses are thriving, farmers are happy, and quality healthcare is accessible to all. This is our governor's vision and mission. Together, we will forge a better future for our children. We will stand tall against all challenges that come our way for a future that's united, strong, and resilient. Vote for progress, continuity, and consolidation. Vote for the second term of our dedicated governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma CON. Vote APC.
Here is the breaking news of the moment. Biscon TV, the most exciting 24-hour general interest television station, parading cutting-edge programs in news, sports, politics, business, foreign news, fashion and style, entertainment and lifestyle programs, Biscon movies and more, has been moved to channel 144 on GoTV. Our programs begin daily with Biscon Breakfast Bubble BBB, featuring newspaper review and interviews on trending issues. Biscon Roundtable is our daily discussion program on essential tips on life and living. Biscon TV broadcasts news 7 times daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Biscon TV can be watched in all parts of the country now on GoTV channel 144 and live streaming on Biscon TV on YouTube. Biscon TV live streaming on YouTube is the fastest growing, most watched 24-hour live streaming channel on YouTube. Remember, Biscon TV has been moved from channel 108 to channel 144 on GoTV. Biscon TV. Interactive, engaging, and unconventional.
OverblowMusic.com.
Elsa must arise, my Elsa must arise, and regain our lost glory, my Elsa must arise. We shall succeed. No, we shall succeed. Every position our greatness. No, we shall succeed. Thousands must unite, my thousands must unite to make progress and bring development. My thousands must unite.
This anthem is composed and brought to you by Mr. Wisdom Equally and sponsored by Engineer Olis Kemenanabo.
Thank you for joining us again on the News Hour on Biscon Television. I'm Stella Opara. First, the headlines. On the national scene, scores missing as Boko Haram massacre 9 rice farmers in Borno. MPA temporarily stops release of trucks into Lagos Port Complex. In business news, tackle high inflation, Sanusi tells CBN. On the foreign scene, Trump to testify at civil trial, targeting his New York empire. And in the weather sports, Onokoya, Amazon inspire young athletes. Now the news in full. At least 9 farmers were slaughtered and scores declared missing when suspected members of Boko Haram terrorists invaded Koshebe, Karakol and Bulabulin communities of Jere and Mafa local government areas of Borno State. Most of the victims are rice farmers from the Zabamari ward of Jere Council area who had gone to field to harvest their crops, even as scores are still missing. Nearly 3 years ago, precisely in November 2020, some terrorists invaded the same rice field and massacred about 73 farmers, with scores missing. Confirming the incident, a member representing Jere at the National Assembly, Honorable Ahmed Satomi, said the renewed attacks, especially on poor farmers, are very alarming. Satomi also said combined efforts by security agencies, hunters, men of the Civilian Joint Task Force, and other stakeholders is ongoing in search for the missing persons. The terrorists who were on motorcycles divided themselves into 3 groups before attacking the farmers. Due to the harvesting period, Boko Haram terrorists have intensified series of successful attacks and killing of farmers in Bama, Goza, Mafa, Kunduga, Gambori, Ngala, Dikwa, Mate, Jere, Maiduguri Metropolitan Council, Munguno, Kaga, and many local government areas in Borno State without confrontation. Now, in a bid to improve traffic management along the expressways leading to the Lagos Port Complex, the Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA) has temporarily stopped the release of flatbed trucks from satellite truck parks to pre-gates from entering various terminals inside the Lagos Port Complex (LPC). In a notice to truck drivers, owners and other stakeholders, the Management of Truck Transit Parks (TTP), on behalf of NPA, said the release of trucks from the pre-gates would be made to match truck admitters of the various terminals. With the new development, it anticipated some level of delays in the release of trucks from the satellite parks to the pre-gates. The directive is expected to kick off with immediate effect from Sunday, 5th of November 2023, and hence, some level of delays in the release of trucks from satellite parks to the pre-gates should be anticipated and managed accordingly. Meanwhile, some truck drivers are protesting the changes, saying it was unfair for them to be charged twice for the fault of TTP. Away from that, the Nigerian Army operating under 81 Division has prevented a suicide attempt by a woman identified as Mrs. Francisca Spark from killing herself after she jumped into the Lagos Lagoon. The Army made this known in a statement released by the Acting Deputy Director of Army Public Relations, Lieutenant Colonel Olabisi Olaliko Ayeni. Ayeni noted that the woman plunged into the lagoon around 81 Division Officers' Mess, Marina, Lagos. The General Officer Commanding of 81 Division, Major General Mohammed Takuti Osman, commended the soldiers for being observant and for their ingenuity, courage, and gallantry. The General Officer Commanding said he is pleased that soldiers brought their training in disaster management to bear in such a critical situation that could have claimed the life of a fellow citizen. Major General Osman emphasized the significance of military operations conducted during emergencies or natural disasters. We'll take a short break now. When we come back, we'll bring you business news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching Biscon TV News. Now to business news. A former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Lamido Sanusi, has advised the incumbent governor of the Apex Bank, Olayemi Kadoso, to adopt strategic measures that will drive down the rate of inflation in the country. The former Emir of Kano gave this advice in Abuja when he led the Impact Investing Community team to the CBN headquarters. Inflation has continued to accelerate in recent months and is currently at 26.72% as of September 2023. Sanusi urged the new leadership at the CBN to work persistently to drive down the inflation rate, adding that it was negatively affecting individual wealth. He also acknowledged the importance of long-term planning by the CBN in achieving its goals. The ex-CBN boss emphasized on the need for the fiscal authorities to focus on agriculture and education, especially for the girl child. According to Sanusi, the bank's activities have a massive impact on the lives of Nigerians, and many people often do not know the impact of a central bank's work until a central bank fails. He therefore urged the new leadership of the CBN to work persistently at driving down the rate, which had severely impacted the wealth of individuals. Cardoso promised that under his leadership, the bank will focus mainly on the core mandate of price stability. He maintained that his team was determined to change the narrative about the bank and make the Apex Bank more impactful in the lives of Nigerians by curtailing inflation. We're due for another short break. When we return, we'll bring you foreign news. Join us again. Welcome back. We're watching Biscon TV News, now to foreign news. Former President Donald Trump is expected to testify on Monday in the New York civil case threatening to upend his real estate empire and deal him a damaging financial blow as he seeks to retake the White House next year. The 77-year-old Republican is due to take a stand sitting next to Arthur Engoron, the judge overseeing the case, whom Trump has repeatedly derided as unhinged and the Trump-hating radical left Democrat operative. Engoron has responded by slapping Trump with two fines, one for $5,000, another for $10,000, when he wrote the one-time reality television star had violated a partial gag order imposed after he bashed the judge's clerk on social media. New York Attorney General Letitia James has accused the Trump Organization of inflating the value of its assets by billions of dollars to obtain more favorable bank loans and insurance terms. Despite his aggressive tendencies in public, Trump on the stand is likely to adopt a conservative line of defense similar to his son's last week, that accountants were the ones ultimately responsible for verifying the accuracy of the company's financial statements. He has already given testimony twice in connection with this case, both times behind closed doors. We take another short break. When we return, we'll bring you sports news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're still watching Biscon TV News. Now to the weather sports. No fewer than 128 athletes who took part in the second edition of the Abiola Amusan Ijebu Sprints and Relays, which was held last Friday and Saturday, went home with spike shoes, which were donated by world record holder in the women's 100 meters hurdles, Toby Amusan, and former Nigerian sprinter Abiola Onokoya, as a way of propelling the careers of the up-and-coming athletes. Onokoya and Amusan, who were both from Ijebu-Ode, organized the event as a way of inspiring the next generation of athletes, and, unlike the first edition, which was limited to the state, the second edition permitted entries from other states in the country. A total of 468 athletes converged on the Otumba Dipo Dinner Stadium for the two-day meet, which featured 100 meters, 400 meters, 4x100 meters, as well as 4x400 meters relays. 34 secondary schools from Ogun, Oyo, Ondo, Lagos States, and the Federal Capital Territory, 25 clubs from across the country, and 8 tertiary institutions in Ogun State participated in both the open of the competition. The running spike shoes were given to all the finalists in the secondary school 4x100 meters and 4x400 meters relays in both the girls and boys categories, while cash prizes were given to the top 3 athletes in the open categories of the 100 meters and 400 meters, among other prizes for the top tertiary institutions in both the 4x100 meters, 4x400 meters relays. 3-time Diamond League winner Amazon, whose presence on the closing day of the competition on Saturday gave the young athletes more motivation, said the gesture is a privilege. We take another short break. When we come back, we'll bring you entertainment news. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Biscon TV News. Now to entertainment news. Popular rapper Naira Marley and the socialite Sam Larry have been reportedly granted bail after spending weeks in detention over their suspected involvement in the death of Mohbad. It is reported by sources online that the duo are each required to provide 3 sureties and a sum of 20 million naira as part of the bail conditions. The court ordered them to turn in their foreign passports and be present every week at the State Criminal Investigation Department as an additional part of the bail requirements. Furthermore, the magistrate in charge of the case issued a stern caution, stating unequivocally that any attempts to get in touch with her will be noted and might even be revealed during public court sessions. It will be recalled that Naira Marley and Sam Larry had been arrested upon their return to the country after they were linked to the death of late singer Mohbad. A video which showed Sam Larry trying to assault Mohbad while he was on set spurred more speculations as to his alleged involvement in the death. And that's it for now on the News Hour on Biscon Television. Compiled and produced by Alakweju Ajidagba. I'm Stella Opara. Thank you for watching.
Here is the breaking news of the moment. Biscon TV, the most exciting 24-hour general interest television station, parading cutting-edge programs in news, sports, politics, business, foreign news, fashion and style, entertainment and lifestyle programs, Biscon movies and more, has been moved to channel 144 on GoTV. Our programs begin daily with Biscon Breakfast Bubble (BBB), featuring newspaper review and interviews on trending issues. Biscon Roundtable is our daily discussion program on essential tips on life and living. Biscon TV broadcasts news 7 times daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Biscon TV can be watched in all parts of the country now on GoTV channel 144 and live streaming on Biscon TV on YouTube. Biscon TV live streaming on YouTube is the fastest growing, most watched 24-hour live streaming channel on YouTube. Remember, Biscon TV has been moved from channel 108 to channel 144 on GoTV. Biscon TV. Interactive, engaging, and unconventional.
HowDoBlowMusic.com.
Somos arise, somos arise, Enrique, a los glorificados. ye dear, we shall succeed. Every position of greatness, ye dear, we shall succeed. Youths and smalls unite, the youths and smalls unite, to make progress and bring development. The youths and smalls unite.
This anthem is composed and brought to you by Mr. Wisdom Equally and sponsored by Engineer Olis Kemenanabo.
Here is the breaking news of the moment. Biscon TV, the most exciting 24-hour general interest television station, parading cutting-edge programs in news, sports, politics, business, foreign news, fashion and style, entertainment and lifestyle programs, Biscon movies and more, has been moved to channel 144 on GoTV. Our programs begin daily with Biscon Breakfast Bubble (BBB), featuring newspaper review and interviews on trending issues. Biscon Roundtable is our daily discussion program on essential tips on life and living. Biscon TV broadcasts news 7 times daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Biscon TV can be watched in all parts of the country now on GoTV channel 144 and live streaming on Biscon TV on YouTube. Biscon TV live streaming on YouTube is the fastest growing, most watched 24-hour live streaming channel on YouTube. Remember, Biscon TV has been moved from channel 108 to channel 144 on GoTV. Biscon TV, interactive, engaging, and unconventional.
In a world where challenges test our resolve, leadership matters.
Our future is brighter. God bless them. How to support? Let them stand up and say, I.
The people have spoken and they've chosen continuity and consolidation. Now more than ever, we need experienced leadership that can guide us through the storms of adversity. When disaster struck, our governor didn't desert us. He stood with us, leading the way with his mantra, reconstruction, rehabilitation, and recovery. In less than 4 years, together, we've built what was lost. Our communities are rising from the ashes, stronger and more resilient than ever before. Our workforce is now a force to reckon with. Our education is now quality and qualitative. Businesses are thriving, farmers are happy, and quality healthcare is accessible to all. This is our governor's vision and mission. Together, we will forge a better future for our children. We will stand tall against all challenges that come our way for a future that's united, strong, and resilient. Vote for progress, continuity, and consolidation. Vote for the second term of our dedicated governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma CON. Vote APC.
Here is the breaking news of the moment. Biscon TV, the most exciting 24-hour general interest television station, parading cutting-edge programs in news, sports, politics, business, foreign news, fashion and style, entertainment and lifestyle programs, Biscon movies and more, has been moved to channel 144 on GoTV. Our programs begin daily with Biscon Breakfast Bubble (BBB), featuring newspaper review and interviews on trending issues. Biscon Roundtable is our daily discussion program on essential tips on life and living. Biscon TV broadcasts news 7 times daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Biscon TV can be watched in all parts of the country now on GoTV channel 144 and live streaming on Biscon TV on YouTube. Biscon TV live streaming on YouTube is the fastest growing, most watched 24-hour live streaming channel on YouTube. Remember, Biscon TV has been moved from channel 108 to channel 144 on GoTV. Biscon TV, interactive, engaging, and unconventional. On Sunday, the 22nd of January 2023, Lagos businessman and socialite Are Alhaji Kamarudin Ajao Danjuma hosted members of the prestigious Island Club and other friends and associates to his 60th birthday celebration. The event was held at the Peacock Hall of the Island Club in Onikon, Lagos. Are Alhaji Kamarudin Ajao Danjuma is a prominent Lagos-born and bred businessman who runs chains of successful businesses. He is the chairman and CEO, Kajison Industries Limited, Kajok Summit Construction Company Limited, and Kingdom and Emirates International Limited. He is also an investor with huge investments in over 100 companies in the stock exchange market. He is a member of a number of social clubs, among which is the Island Club, where he was the social secretary from 2012 to 2014. He hails from Omukbo in Ifelodun local government area of Kwara State. He is the Are Tayeshi of Egba land, Are Ishenyi land, and so many more. Dignitaries who graced the event include former First Lady of Lagos State, Dame Abimbola Fashola, Senator Gbenga Shafa, the chairman of the Island Club, Prince Rabiu Adeoluwa, past chairman of the Island Club, Chief Olatunde Aluko, who was the chairman of the occasion, Prince Ademola Dada, Otumba Kehinde Shita, and Mr. Olabanjo Oladapo. Also in attendance were former vice chairman of the club, Prince Lano Adeshida, Dr. Tajuddin Okoya, the chairman and CEO Biscon Communications, Prince Bisi Olatilo, among other important personalities. After the opening prayer by Dame Abimbola Fashola, the chairman of the occasion, Chief Olatunde Aluko, eulogized the admirable personality of Are Alhaji Kamarudin Ajao Danjuma. He described him as a valued member of the club, whose charismatic personality rubs off on everyone.
Kamarudin Danjuma, you are not in short supply of who can be the chairman of your celebration. From the eminent gentlemen that I see here, we have over 150 people duly qualified, most all qualified by humble soil to be your chairman today. But whatever directed your mind to say that is my humble self that you want to be your chairman today, I thank you very much. And I want to pray to you that God in His infinite mercy continue to watch over you. God in His infinite mercy will continue to bless you. You have been very successful. But see this as the beginning of your success. God will bring more successes to your life.
He prayed that God grants him more years of celebration in good health.
You are a young man at 60. You are going to grow up to be 70. You'll be 80. You'll be 90. If God so wishes, you will go beyond 100 years. I rejoice with you and I rejoice with your wife. The good Lord will continue to bless all of you, and it shall be well with you. So for you eminent ladies and gentlemen that have come to grace this occasion, I say thank you to all of you. There is no doubt in my mind that you are all having fun. So to all the photographers, the pressmen, the press ladies, I say thank you very much. The good Lord will continue to bless you as well.
Afterwards was the cake cutting exercise supervised by Senator Gbenga Shafa.
You, Allahu Akbar. Congratulations, my brother. Welcome to the age of 50. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Afterwards was a presentation of gift items to the celebrant by members of the Island Club.
On behalf of the chairman of the Island Club, all the past chairmen and trustees of the Island Club, they are present. All the officers of the Island Club, they are present. Gentlemen of the Island Club, your attendance today is most impressive. I think Amaruddin Danjuma will remember this for the rest of the flight. So, on your behalf, I make this presentation to you and Haji Amaruddin Danjuma. They're talking from the Island Club. To appreciate you as a very dedicated friend, a very supportive member.
The celebrant, in his remarks, was filled with joy and gratitude to God. He appreciated everyone that came to celebrate with him.
I want to give glory to Almighty God. It's a platform which members of Island Club can testify. My godfather is here. We are very close at Island Club. I serve under Chief Ishola Aluko. He trained me a lot of things, and my chairman trustee, Chief Demola Dada. I am proud to be members of Island Club. I thank you all. I appreciate you all. I will continue to be a continuous member of Island Club, and I look forward to celebrate my 30th as a continuous member of Island Club. Thank you all. Thank you. God bless.
Thereafter, it was merriment all night long as Chief Commander Ebenezer Obey dished out good medleys till the end.
Ọjọ́ bí èyí yàtọ̀ 60 and 60 decimal and 60. Àwọn ọmọ tó ń tún ọ̀wọ́ ọjọ́ ìbí èyí yàtọ̀ and 60. Ọjọ́ ìbí èyí yàtọ̀.
From Biscon Communications, it's 60 hearty cheers to Are Alhaji Kamaruddin Ajao Danjuma.
Hello and welcome to Clearview News Desk. We're reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. First, the headlines.
Yaba Magistrate Court grants Naira Marley Sam Larry bail in the sum of 20 million naira. 3 sureties in the death of Mohbad. Village head of Ngulma in Jigawa State, Umar Ibrahim, may go to jail for alleged raping and impregnating one Hannatu Yahaya and infecting her with HIV. Guardian of the Nation International rounds of 2-day leadership training in Abuja.
Joshua with these and more. Ayaba Magistrate Court in Lagos State has granted music star Aziz Fashola, aka Naira Marley, and Balogu, popularly known as Sam Larry, bail in the sum of 20 million naira with 3 responsible sureties. The magistrate Adiola Olabatu ordered the duo to submit their international passport as part of their bail conditions. The magistrate also ordered them to make weekly appearances at the State Criminal Investigation Department. She cautioned that any attempt to contact her would be recorded and potentially disclosed in open court proceedings. After singer Mohbad died on September 12 and was buried the next day, Naira Marley and some others, including Sam Larry, were called out for allegedly frustrating him, but the Malian Records Board absolved himself of any wrongdoing. The village head of Dangulma in Gwaram local government area of Jigawa State, Umar Ibrahim, has been accused of raping and impregnating Hannatu Yahaya and infecting her with HIV in the process. This was contained in a letter dated October 16, 2023 to the Secretary of Dute Emirate Council by Senior State Council in Jigawa State, Ministry of Justice Kabiru Abdullahi Esquire, with the title Notification of Arrangement of Umar Ibrahim, village head of Dangulma, on the offense of rape, contrary to Section 3, Subsection 1 and Subsection A and D of the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act 2021. But the monarchy denied the allegation in an interview. Reports indicate that there was pressure on the emirate to sweep the issue under the carpet, despite appeals and the state government intervention through the Office of the Attorney General in the state. According to the letter, village heads claim to have initiated a defamation of character suit against the girl, her father, and one Sule Umar of Dangulma village before Upper Sharia Court in Gwaram. Investigation by the Criminal Investigation Department of Jigawa State Police Command reportedly established criminal conspiracy and rape cases against Umar Ibrahim. Less than 48 hours after the wedding ceremony, a groom has filed for divorce. The man is said to have called it quits after his wife Ruth's behavior towards his mother. According to reports, the wife got into a physical fight with her mother-in-law at their wedding reception. It happened that a couple related to the groom's mother attended the occasion at the time. Food had finished and a portion of the food the bride left for her parents was the only available option. So the mother-in-law had approached her daughter-in-law and whispered to her that she would like to take some of the food for the couple who came from a far distance. The new bride vehemently refused, saying the food was meant for her parents. The mother-in-law, who looked frustrated already, went ahead to scoop some food herself, but the bride took it from her and poured it back into the cooler. Angrily, the mother-in-law slapped her son's wife and she slapped the mother-in-law back. The husband learned of what happened, decided to be patient for the wedding reception to be over, but after 2 days, he filed for divorce. The Ministry of Labour and Employment has organized a one-day workshop for labor correspondent on strategic reportage of the mandate of the ministry, job creation and employment generation. In his address, Acting Permanent Secretary, Minister of Labour and Employment, Emmanuel Ignuson, said the workshop flows from the understanding of the importance of disseminating correct and strategic information on the activities of government and different sectors to avoid misconception. Clever News Imoko Nokon was there and now tells us more.
Declaring the workshop opened, the Acting Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Labour and Employment, Emmanuel Igbonisong, and the Director of Press and Public Relations, Olajide Oshondun, said the workshop is in recognition of the significance of the media as a strategic partner to the ministry in actualizing its mandate and delivering on its services.
This is for the purpose of ensuring strategic and effective reportage of the ministry's delivery on this area of its mandate. It is my expectation that the workshop will give the labor correspondents an increased understanding of this ministry's responsibility of initiating and implementing the employment and wages policies of the federal government. It will also examine the policy initiatives deployed to boost employment generation in the country such as the National Employment Policy and National Electronic Labor Exchange, which can be accessed at nelex.gov.ng.
To an average Nigerian, what they know about Ministry of Labor and Employment is settlement of strike, especially ASU. In fact, they didn't even know there are other unions in town other than ASU. So we felt that for journalists to be able to report the activities of the ministry appropriately, they need to know what each of the professional departments are doing. Not just picking news by roadside or, reacting to drop-off.
The immediate past Labour Correspondents Association of Nigeria chairman Joseph Agi and the acting LACAN chairman Abulu Usamau, on behalf of other journalists, appreciates the ministry for empowering Labour correspondents with knowledge to report Labour beats effectively.
It's also redeployed from the ministry. We appreciate you of placing value on the capacity of journalists reporting the labor sector, for your commitment to ensure that this training continues. Journalism profession is a knowledge-driven profession, just like any other profession, and any journalist coming to cover a technical sector like labor should be seen as an authority in certain areas of the sector. That is the essence of this plea.
As labor correspondents, PAM sector, I will appeal to you to always engage in providing data for labor correspondents. We'll talk about skills now today. We need to have data to work with, to report with, so we can do investigation and go deeper. The last training, the first training we had, was on labor inspection. And I know how my colleagues reported that event because they had data to play around with. So I want to appreciate you, Director, for this step you have taken. We've not had it this good since we've been covering labor beat, some of us almost 2 decades now.
It is expected that the workshop will deepen the knowledge of the labor correspondent on the ministry's mandate, as well as update them on its activities, programs, and achievements. Imefonokun, reporting for Clever News.
The recent outcome of the Governorship and National Assembly elections petition in tribunal in Plateau State has been generating serious reactions. The most recent reaction is coming from the national president, Gospel Advancement Leadership Initiative, Bitrus Yerima, shedding more light on the issue in an exclusive interview with Clevis Gloria Atta. The advocate for good governance called on relevant bodies to ensure transparency in the remaining cases waiting judgment in the appeal courts.
The last 3 months have been interesting for the people of Plateau State following the Election Petition Tribunal judgments for the governorship, national and state assembly elections, which stirred up controversies and set tongues wagging among staunch supporters and party faithful of various political parties in the state. The leadership of the ruling party, People's Democratic Party, and that of the main opposition party in the state, the All Progressives Congress, have continued to tackle each other over the tribunal's judgment so far delivered. At the center of the controversies was the fact that the 2 National Assembly Election Petition Tribunals contradicted themselves in their judgments. One of the tribunals was led by Justice William Olamide and the other by Justice Mohammed Tukur. The 2 panels, who sat in the same building, appeared to walk different paths, with the Justice Olamide-led panel sticking its ground on the precedent set by the Supreme Court that the opposition party cannot question the nomination of candidates by another party. Justice Tukur's panel, on the other hand, readily entertained petitions raised by the All Progressives Congress APC on the nomination of PDP candidates and annulled the election of many elected PDP political office holders on the same ground. The contradictory judgments from the different tribunal judges, however, set citizens against one another. Many discussions in the public space have led to heated arguments in favor of and in criticism of the tribunal outcomes. Reacting to the controversy via a phone interview with Clearview News Desk, the national president, Gospel Advancement Leadership Initiative, Beatrice Yerima, wonders why the judgments based on similar grounds had different outcomes and concludes that there may be sinister plans to truncate the fragile peace in the state.
Now, coming to the issue of the appeal court judgment that has been given recently on some of the Plateau elected members who are elected under the auspices of PDP, People Democratic Party. To some of us that are from Plateau and are watching the issues with keen interest, we can say clearly that this judgment is a miscarriage of justice. It's a miscarriage of justice. There is no fairness in the delivery of that judgment by the panel, because the same judgment has been exercised in some places as, being seen and being expressed by different analysts.
He, however, called on the federal government, security agencies and relevant bodies to ensure transparency in the remaining cases awaiting judgment in the appeal.
Plateau State people should be calm and watch with keen interest going forward the remaining judgments that are before the Court of Appeal to see what judgment they will come with. Since we have called on different relevant bodies to intervene, let's see the outcome of and the impact of the intervention that so far has been made. But should this judgment go the same way, I want to tell you that Plateau State people will not accept it. We will revolt against it. We will mobilize, protest, whichever way. We will not accept to have people that we don't want, that we know their story, their history, to be forced on us. We will not take it.
The citizens of the state are calling on the appeal court to ensure that the issues in the remaining cases are assessed based on merits and not on any other ground. Gloria Atta, reporting for Clearview News.
As the world keeps evolving, how prepared are Nigerians for the future, especially in business organizations? Clearview News Dex and News Ella reports that this was the major question asked at the just concluded Emerging Leaders Conference in Abuja.
Participants at the event were not just saying prepared, but were activated to take charge of their future. CEO and convener of the Emerging Leaders Conference, Mr. Linus Okore, gave an insightful speech on the effectiveness of networking in the life endeavors. On her part, keynote speaker on the future of works, Lady Josephine Nweze, during her presentation, urged the participants to equip themselves with relevant skills for the future of works in preparedness for changing trends.
So while other people are eating, what am I doing? You eat last. I network my way through, and I'll be hungry. Yes, sir. But I won't network. I won't eat. I'll just eat it. After meeting people, I've collected cards. The third place you can network very well is in conferences.
We are moving into a new era of work, one that demands different skills, different mindsets, and different changes. But the good news is that this new shift is going to bring with it many opportunities for growth. The key is to be prepared for this change by embracing it and upgrading yourself with skills that are needed in the future economy.
Speaking to the media, Justice Mabel Shegun Bello, Judge of the Federal High Court of Justice and the Director General, Nigeria Army Resource Center, Major Garba Yodeji Wahab, retired, called for capacity building for Nigerians as a way of preparing the young minds for future responsibilities and discipline in all spheres of life.
Nation building starts with capacity building. Once capacity is built, the nation is on the verge of being built. A nation cannot grow bigger than the capacity it has built in its citizen. A nation is not just a nation. a nation is referred to a nation because of the people in it. So the capacity that is built in the people is what will build the nation. And going forward, we need to build capacity around the hybrid work model.
My presentation was on discipline and process in the future of work. And the challenge we have is for young Nigerians to brace up for the challenges ahead. It's not going to be easy, but it's not impossible. And globalization had made it easy for everybody to connect. But above all, there must be teamwork, there must be socializing, and there must network. It's not a matter of I can do it. It's a matter of working with others to get the best for the system.
The event marked the 23rd edition, and it's targeted at providing opportunities for young people to network and develop leadership skills in every sector of life. Eunice Ella-Eze, reporting for Clevy News Desk.
And the South African government this Monday says it will recall all its diplomats from Israel to signal its concern over the situation in Gaza. A minister in the president's office told the press briefing that all diplomatic staff in Tel Aviv would be asked back to Pretoria for consultations without providing further details. Fighting has raged in the Gaza Strip for about a month since Hamas militant launched an unprecedented attack over the border from the territory into Israel on October 7th. More than 1,400 people, most of them civilians, have been killed in Israel since the attack, during which Hamas took more than 240 people hostage. In response, Israel has relentlessly bombarded Gaza and sent in group troops, with the health minister in the Hamas-run Palestinian territory said more than 9,700 people have been killed also, mainly civilians. Pretoria has been a vocal supporter of the Palestinian cause, with the ruling African National Congress ANC party often linking it to its own struggle against apartheid. If you're just joining us, you're watching the news on Clevy News Desk. When we come back, we bring the stories on women and children. Stay with us.
The news continues now with stories from our area of specialization, women and children. After the main transmission of our news, we rebroadcast on our YouTube page, Clearview TV. Do you operate a women or children's NGO? Are you at the helm of affairs of a government establishment or a corporate organization involved in the affairs of women and children? Then you are our partners in progress. We have a mission to better the lot of our women and children. Join us to celebrate womanhood and work assiduously to better the lot of the Nigerian child. This is our mission.
Welcome back. Troops of the 81 Division of the Nigerian Army have prevented a lady from jumping into the Lagos Lagoon. This is according to Monday's statement from the Acting Director of Army Public Relations, 81 Division, Olabisi Ayeni. The statement said after she was stabilized, the family was contacted and she was handed over to her husband, one Mr. Spark Ogeni, residing at Awoya, Lagos, in the wake of the rescue. The General Officer Commanding Division 81, Nigerian Air Force, Major General Muhammad Usman, lauded the soldiers for their gallantry in rescuing the lady. The GOC thus assured residents of the Army's resolve to protect lives and properties even during emergencies. Still on suicide case, the Lagos State Police Command has confirmed the death of 39-year-old woman Lillian Uwarachi, who drank an insecticide on Friday in the Wara area of Lagos State. She was said to have been frustrated and having an illness. Uwarachi was reported to have been suffering from a protracted illness and has been seeking a cure in church in Lagos State, but became frustrated by the condition and drank a full bottle of insecticide on November 3rd, 2023. She was alleged to try to jump into a canal after drinking the insecticide, but was prevented by passerbys and was rushed to a hospital, where a doctor confirmed her death. The police public relations officer, Benjamin Huandai, said 3 passports belonging to the deceased were found in her bag alongside her Samsung phone. And that's the news. But before we go, a recap of the top stories.
Yaba Magistrate Court in Lagos State has granted music star Azeez Fashola, popularly known as Naira Marley, and Sam Larry bail in the sum of 20 million naira with 3 responsible sureties. The magistrate Adiola Olutu Bosun also ordered the duo to submit their international passport as part of their bail conditions. Village head of Ngoma in Gwaram local government area of Jigawa State, Omar Ibrahim, has been accused of raping and impregnating one Hannatu Yahaya and infecting her with HIV in the process. And this is contained in a letter to the Secretary of Dutse Emirate Council by Senior State Counsel in Jigawa State, Ministry of Justice, Kabiru Abdullahi. We also told you that Guardian of the Nation International, Gotni, a leadership mentor and a think tank, has rounded off a 2-day training for Nigerian youth with a call to the young mind to brace up for the challenges ahead.
You can follow up on latest happenings around you via our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Text, or via our handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online. Thanks for watching. I am Florence Joshua. Bye for now.
In a world where challenges test our resolve, leadership matters.
Our future is brighter. God bless them. Those who support, let them stand up and say, I.
The people have spoken and they've chosen continuity and consolidation. Now more than ever, we need experienced leadership that can guide us through the storms of adversity. When disaster struck, our governor didn't desert us. He stood with us, leading the way with his mantra, reconstruction, rehabilitation, and recovery. In less than 4 years, together, we've built what was lost. Our communities are rising from the ashes, stronger and more resilient than ever before. Our workforce is now a force to reckon with. Our education is now quality and qualitative. Businesses are thriving, farmers are happy, and quality healthcare is accessible to all. This is our governor's vision and mission. Together, we will forge a better future for our children. We will stand tall against all challenges that come our way for a future that's united, strong, and resilient. Vote for progress, continuity, and consolidation. Vote for the second term of our dedicated governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma CON. Vote APC.
Here is the breaking news of the moment. Biscon TV, the most exciting 24-hour general interest television station, parading cutting-edge programs in news, sports, politics, business, foreign news, fashion and style, entertainment and lifestyle programs, Biscon movies and more, has been moved to channel 144 on GoTV. Our programs begin daily with Biscon Breakfast Bubble (BBB), featuring newspaper review and interviews on trending issues. Biscon Roundtable is our daily discussion program on essential tips on life and living. Biscon TV broadcasts news 7 times daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Biscon TV can be watched in all parts of the country now on GoTV channel 144 and live streaming on Biscon TV on YouTube. Biscon TV live streaming on YouTube is the fastest growing, most watched 24-hour live streaming channel on YouTube. Remember, Biscon TV has been moved from channel 108 to channel 144 on Go TV. Biscon TV. Interactive, engaging, and unconventional.
OBBlowmusic.com.
We shall succeed. We shall succeed. Every position our greatest. We shall succeed. Thousands must unite. Thousands must unite to make progress and bring development. Thousands must unite.
This anthem is composed and brought to you by Mr. Wisdom Equally and sponsored by Engineer Olis Kemenanabo.
Here is the breaking news of the moment. Biscon TV, the most exciting 24-hour general interest television station, parading cutting-edge programs in news, sports, politics, business, foreign news, fashion and style, entertainment and lifestyle programs, Biscon movies and more, has been moved to channel 144 on Go TV. Our programs begin daily with Biscon Breakfast Bubble (BBB), featuring newspaper review and interviews on trending issues. Biscon Roundtable is our daily discussion program on essential tips on life and living. Biscon TV broadcasts news 7 times daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Biscon TV can be watched in all parts of the country now on Go TV channel 144 and live streaming on Biscon TV on YouTube. Biscon TV live streaming on YouTube is the fastest growing, most watched 24-hour live streaming channel on YouTube. Remember, Biscon TV has been moved from channel 108 to channel 144 on Go TV. Biscon TV. Interactive, engaging, and unconventional.
Hello and welcome to your newspaper review. I am Olafeju Ajidaba. So today on newspaper review, today I'm going to begin with Vanguard newspaper. Today, Monday, November 6th, 2023, and for Vanguard, which is my first newspaper, I'll begin with the first headline for Vanguard. TAM, NNPCL bound by completion date. That's according to the federal government, and that's on page 8. Why Nigerians should kiss free, fair and credible elections goodbye. That's according to Modu, and you can read that on page 14. I guess 5 days to Bayelsa Kogi governorship polls, and yeah, that's on page 11. Tinubu leaves Abuja for Saudi summit this week, and that's on page 9. CBN Governor Cardoso vows to fight inflation, and that's on page 9. To focus on core mandates of price stability, inflation has had massive impact on lives of Nigerians. That's according to Sanusi, and you can read the story on page 9. Alleged buyers IGP to redeploy Imo CP. That's on page 5. Third mainland bridge. Federal government advises motorists to use alternative route, and that's on page 10. Forex. Dangote repatriates $687.977 million from Pan-African operations, and that's on page 9. Forex gains. Banks profit ballooned by 156% to 2.3 trillion naira. That's on page 20. Flights resume as federal government reopens Ibadan Airport. That's on page 10. Syrup sues Tinubu over failure to probe missing $15 billion, 200 billion naira oil revenues. That's on page 10. Oguela Kemfa. If we're to continue in the path to execute lawlessness is displayed in Imo State, there will be no hope for democracy in Nigeria. That's at page 16. In the last story for Vanguard newspaper, which is on the sports section, NPFL, Rangers go top as Shooting Stars, Doma United win big, and that's on page 31. And I'm moving on to the next newspaper for today's newspaper review, which is The Nation. The Nation today, Monday, November 6, 2023. And for my first headline for The Nation newspaper, NLC email government clash over attack on Ajero's village, and that's on page 28. Naira firm up will continue, APCON predicts, and you can read that on page 6. Dangote repatriated $687 million from African operations. Jay's Bank grew profit by 74% in Q3. You can read the stories on pages 28 and 16. Bayelsa Imo Kogi 2023. Ekubu challenges our next staff members on integrity. Diri draws huge Yenegoa crowd in final campaign rally. Ajara's partisan says Loretta Onuchi, and that's on page 7 to read on Bayelsa Imo Kogi 2023. You can read that on page 7. Bank's asset base rose to 125 trillion naira in third quarter. That's on page 4. Why central bank must bring down inflation by Sanusi give a Greek priority. Cardoso for changing APEC Bank's policy direction, and you can read that on page 4. President heads for Saudi with investment options. That President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will take his aggressive push for more investment to Saudi Arabia, where he will attend to bilateral summits, and that's on page 4. 19 years after final severance benefits for airways workers. That's on page 29, and that's the last story for The Nation newspaper. And I'll be moving on to the Punch newspaper today, Monday, November 6th, 2023, and for the first headline for the Punch newspaper. Niger, Benue, Kano marketers hike fuel, blame transport costs. That's on page 22. Cooking gas scarcity hits Lagos, Costina. Orders, you can read that on page 31. Collecting pension unlawful. Falana tells Apabio. Others, you can read that on page 45. Off-season government polls. 220 police patrol vehicles deployed in Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa. IG to complete deployment Friday to redeploy Imo CP before polls. Egbeto Gumba's VIP escort orders personnel to curb vote buying violence, and that's on page 2. Egbeto Gumba's VIP escort orders personnel to curb vote buying violence. You can read that on page 2. Commanders orders killed as military bombards terrorists. That's on page 45. Details of 70 recovered corpses with police, and that's Abia, and that's on page 8. Lautech students sue Makinde for relocating a Greek faculty, and you can read that on page 7. Traffickers quit 86 heroin wraps NDLEA seizes 14.4 million opioids, and you can read that story on pages 4 and 5. And for the last and final story of the Punch, Israel gives condition for ceasefire that hits 11,000. That's on page 7. And I'll be moving on to the next newspaper for today, which is This Day newspaper. Today, Monday, November 6th, 2023. And I'll begin with the first headline. The Popuri World NNPCL accountable for complete rehabilitation of all refineries by 2024. May cancel licenses of modular refineries not in use. Target 2 MBPD before end of 2023. And that's according to the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Henneken Opuri, and you can read that on page 5. Tinubu heads to Saudi Arabia for Arab African Summit. That's on page 5. Fitch. Nigeria's credit rating stable, predict inflation at below 21%, focus oil production to reach 1.80 million BPD by 2024. Cardoso vows to change central banking narrative, declares CBN policies aimed at improving lives. Sanusi urges Apex Bank to fight inflation, and you can read that on page 5. Civil rights group questions judicial integrity in Plateau State, and that's the last story, and that's on page 34. And I'll be moving on to the next newspaper, Nigerian Tribune. Today, Monday, November 6, 2023, and for the first headline for Nigerian Tribune. Augusto Ankawa assigns A rating to Odua Investment Company with stable outlook. That's on page 6. Dangote repatriates $687.9 million from Pan-African operations, and that's on page 7. And Forex. Federal government to raise VAT revenue from 35 trillion naira in 2023 to 45 trillion naira by 2026. That's on page 2. Fitch concerned over Nigerians' $10 billion forex loan affirms Nigerians' credit rating, and that's on page 7. CBN remains focused on price stability. That's according to Cardoso. While Naira regained strength at forex markets, ACON. That's the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Olayemi Cardoso. And you can read that story on page 6. Kogi Imo Bayelsa elections, IGP orders redeployment of Imo CP, begins distribution of new vehicles, security personnel. That's on page 22. Sanwo-Olu commissions red line on overpass. That's on page 2. Federal government reopens Ibadan airport. You can read that on page 3. NAF airstrikes hit terrorist hideout in northeast and northwest. That's on page 26. And it's the last story for Nigerian Tribune. Before we continue with newspaper review, we're going to a quick short break, and when we come back, continue with newspaper review. Stay with us. Yes, welcome back to newspaper review. Today I begin with the first headline for New Telegraph newspaper. Today, Monday, November 6, 2023. 10 banks profit rise by 155.3% to 2.29 trillion in 9 months. That's on page 3. Fitch affirms Nigerians rating as B, retains stable outlook. You can read that on page 8. FCs and called police to deploy 220 operational vehicles. Others, Jerry Silva Ozoduma, others signed peace accord Wednesday. That's on page 3. NAF. We killed scores of terrorists in northeast, northwest airstrikes. You can read that on page 4. Botched Imo rally, Nigeria brutalization violates trade union rights. That's according to NASU. Demands probe removal of Imo CP. That's on page 5. Federal government to construct irrigation farming dams in Benue. That's according to the minister. You can read that. Sorry, on page 25, Senate moves to shield REC appointees from impending court injunction to transmit 2.17 trillion supplementary budget to Tinubu. That's on page 2. Lawyers, one-time final adjudication of election petition won't serve justice once petitioner's right of appeal sustained. That's on page 14. Foreign airlines bring two-ways meals to Nigeria. Federal government to review Barca minority countries. NCAA to begin weekly report on airlines as delays, cancellation orders surge. That's on page 3 and 5. Legal mining. Federal government to create mining police force. Minister. Operations recover marine blue economy controlled by solid minerals ministry. Sarab sues Tinubu over failure to probe missing $15 billion, 200 billion naira oil revenues, and that's on page 4. The last story for New Telegraph. New study links physical labor to cognitive impairments, and that's on page 7. And for the next newspaper, which is Daily Trust, November 6, 2023, and begin with the first headline for Daily Trust. Devaluation pushes Nigeria's debts to 89.2 trillion naira as debt stagnates by 20.6 trillion naira in 5 months. Each Nigerian owing 418,779. What government should do? Experts. That's on page 4. And that's also the last story for a Daily Trust. And I'm moving on to the next newspaper for today, and also the last newspaper, which is the Guardian newspaper today, Monday, November 6, 2023. And I'll begin with the first headline for the Guardian newspaper. Corruption, defiance to laws cost investors 1 trillion naira in property loss. You can read that on page 6. Refineries are owed NNPC are accountable for completion date, says Iburi, and that's on page 3. Sarab sues Tinubu over alleged missing $15 billion, 200 billion naira oil funds, and that's on page 4. Adelabu crash landing in Ibadan airport raises fresh concern on illegal charter operators, and that's on page 6. Atiku may be expelled from PDP, says former Vice President 8, and that's on page 3. IGP affirmed readiness for weekends off-circle drill post. You can read that on page 4. Coalition lament Akeredolu's absence, impeachment crisis in Ondo. That's on page 5. And also the last story for the Guardian newspaper. And we've come to the end of newspaper review today. Many thanks for watching. To see more, you can download the Biscon TV app on your Android devices or on your iOS devices. And you can also visit our YouTube channel to get all the latest updates you need on our YouTube channel. And on that note, I must say my goodbye. Have a nice day and have a good day. Many thanks for watching.
In a world where challenges test our resolve, leadership matters.
Our future is brighter. So please support. Let them stand up and say,
The people have spoken and have chosen continuity and consolidation. Now more than ever, we need experienced leadership that can guide us through the storms of adversity. When disaster struck, our governor didn't desert us. He stood with us, leading the way with his mantra, reconstruction, rehabilitation, and recovery. In less than 4 years, together, we've built what was lost. Our communities are rising from the ashes, stronger and more resilient than ever before. Our workforce is now a force to reckon with. Our education is now quality and qualitative. Businesses are thriving, farmers are happy, and quality healthcare is accessible to all. This is our governor's vision and mission. Together, we will forge a better future for our children. We will stand tall against all challenges that come our way for a future that's united, strong, and resilient. Vote for progress, continuity, and consolidation. Vote for the second term of our dedicated governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma CON. Vote APC.
Here is the breaking news of the moment. Biscon TV, the most exciting 24-hour general interest television station, parading cutting-edge programs in news, sports, politics, business, foreign news, fashion and style, entertainment and lifestyle programs. Biscon Movies and more has been moved to channel 144 on GoTV. Our programs begin daily with Biscon Breakfast Bubble BBB, featuring newspaper review and interviews on trending issues. Biscon Roundtable is our daily discussion program on essential tips on life and living. Biscon TV broadcasts news 7 times daily from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Biscon TV can be watched in all parts of the country now on GoTV channel 144 and live streaming on Biscon TV on YouTube. Biscon TV live streaming on YouTube is the fastest growing, most watched 24-hour live streaming channel on YouTube. Remember, Biscon TV has been moved from channel 108 to channel 144 on GoTV. Biscon TV, interactive, engaging, and unconventional.
Despite the rains, the Uzodinma administration in Imo State is not resting on its laurels to ensure that Imolites experience ease of movement while moving from point A to point B. Earlier in the year, Governor Hope Uzodinma flagged off the reconstruction of the 2.5-kilometer Toronto to Road Safety Junction. During the flag-off, the governor promised to ensure speedy completion of the road in record time to make life more meaningful for the people of the area, while also noting that the completion of the project will stimulate economic activities in the area. Few months down the line, the road near completion and now in use by motorists as economic activity in the area has also come back to life. Residents of the area and some business owners commend the governor for his prompt intervention on the road, which they say have been abandoned and dilapidated for several years.
Very beautiful, and everybody is very living around this place is very happy about it. Before it is not possible, you can't move around this place, and it can also take you about 1 hour or 2 hours to reach the other side, which is about 2 kilometers from here. That is road safety. And they charge the people. Of course, motor cannot move there. It's only keke. And the keke will take about 300 to 500 naira to drop you from this Toronto and about that place. But now, you can close your eyes and drive down to that place. We are really very grateful for that. We thank God about it. We thank the government in power also for organizing us and for doing this. We are really very happy about it.
This road because a lot of accidents. And there are too much traffic on the road because of the condition of the road by that time. But now we are enjoying the road. It's good. And we also want to thank our government for making this road good for us. We are so much happy. But we want to thank our government for what he did for us. So may God give him more grace and more protection. May he live long.
Similarly, residents of Emekuku, Egbu and commuters flying the Owerri-Mbesi-Humuaya Road can now heave a sigh of relief as the Uzodinma administration has reconstructed the Okatanku Bridge linking Emekuku and Owerri. Residents of the area describe the construction of the new bridge as the great wonders taking place in the area. According to residents, the dilapidated state of the road for over a long period of time has caused so much untold hardship and problems to the people of the area and commuters plying the road.
Just come home after a long while, you see wonders. That work, tremendous work, more than what I expect, more than what everybody will expect has taken place in this our land. You see, this road is a road that goes from here, Owerri, to Umuahia. Over the years, we know what we saw. We know how bad it is. We know how congested it is. But coming home to see this marvelous change is a thing of joy. So this is a joyful sight. And I believe it will be more joyful in times to come. We are happy and we will celebrate this road. And we will give thanks to Almighty God who has brought this change to come into this our land.
Flooding has been a major problem for residents of Akwakuma community in Owerri North local government area of Imo State. Anytime it rains, vehicles are stuck and businesses affected. To tackle this problem headlong, the Uzodinma administration embarked on the construction of an underground flood control channel which will totally eradicate the flood challenge faced by people of the area. To ensure a quality job, the state government employed the services of Craneberg Construction Company to construct this underground flood control channel located at Okakuma Roundabout. According to the government, tackling the flood menace in Okakuma will further elongate the lifespan of the newly constructed Owerri-Olu Road. Residents and commuters share their experience on the road in the past as they commend the state government for coming to their aid.
But we have been suffering erosion here many days now. When rain comes, you will not pass this area because of erosion. There's no way to pick up the river. But with this project going on now, you have peace of mind, you have movement around. When rain is not falling, we'll be moving around. Nobody will move around because of heavy river within this roundabout. I give glory to God and the authority, our able governor, Uzodinma, doing the best for the Imo State.
Our governor is trying. Onwa Oyoko is trying because this tunnel will help in reducing the flood around this place. And the flood that is coming from the road, the tunnel will help in reducing it. So we are happy and we appreciate the governor for the good news, for the good construction he has been doing for us. At the end of these projects, we believe that there will be a free flow, number one. Number two, we should endure for now and by tomorrow we enjoy it. And we are praying for our governor for long life and prosperity. God should give him the strength, the enablement for him to carry on, for him to do what he's supposed to do better. He has remembered Imo, and we believe that God will see him through this coming election.
Different groups and associations have continued to throw their weight behind the second-term bid of Governor Hope Uzodinma, especially for his contributions to the growth and development of the state, as well as his sterling performance in the last 3.5 years in office. Recently, the Association of Local Government of Nigeria, ALGAN, in Imo State passed a vote of confidence on Governor Hope Uzodinma for his quality performance and delivery of good governance across the 27 local government areas of the state. At a press conference in Owerri, the association also endorsed the governor for second tenure in office. According to them, the governor's second term in office will enable him to consolidate good governance targeted at reconstructing, rehabilitating, and recovering the state for improved education, health, social development, economic prosperity, peace, and security. The association urges Imo indigents across the 27 local government area of the state to come out en masse in November 11 and vote for Governor Hope Uzodinma.
The unprecedented political developments, visible democracy dividends, people-oriented programs and infrastructural revolution being witnessed in our various local government areas of Imo State under the able, visionary, result-oriented, proactive and purpose-driven leadership of His Excellency the Governor of Imo State, Distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, CON GSSRS.
that His Excellency Distinguished Senator Hope Odidiko Uzodinma has, through his 3R mantra, become a metaphor for good governance in the history of Imo State with the 3 zones of the state, and that is Olo, Okigwe, Owerri, being carried along at the same time. That being highly impressed and pleased that all the monumental, striking and signature projects and achievements with which His Excellency is associated are quite evident in our various local government areas. We feel highly compelled to address this World Press Conference today, Wednesday, the 19th July 2023. Consequent to the overwhelming support and the clarion call for His Excellency to seek for a second term in office, and as a matter of his right of first refusal, we unanimously resolved and adopted as hereunder stated. 1. That we unanimously pass an unmitigated and unreserved vote of implicit confidence on His Excellency Most Distinguished Senator Hope Odidiko Uzodinma on Wandi Imo State, founded on his excellent and sterling performances in delivering dividends of democracy to the people of Imo State in the area of massive and aggressive infrastructural revolution. These include, but not limited to, the following: the Owerri-Njaba-Olodua Carriageway, the Owerri-Amarako-Okigwe Highway, the Owerri-Mbise-Umuahia Highway, the ongoing Olumgbe-Akokwa-Oga Anambra State Highway, rehabilitation of primary health centers in all the local government areas of the state, free medical treatment for Imo State citizens, facilitating the upgrading of Federal Medical Center FMC Owerri to Federal University Teaching Hospital, facilitating the upgrading of Avanikoku College of Education to Federal University of Education, provision of Imo State Health Insurance Scheme, provision of ambulances to the 27 local government areas of Imo State, provision of brand new official cars to all the judges in Imo State, rehabilitation and reconstruction of the first phase of the 5-kilometer roads in the 27 local government areas of the state, including most of the inland roads in Owerri municipality. Upgrading, rehabilitating and reconstruction of Imo State Teaching Hospital facilities and attracting the accreditation of the College of Medicine, as well as graduating for the first time in the history of the institution, the medical students of the institution. Running an all-inclusive government, as well as progressively pushing the state and the entire southeast region of Nigeria to the national political grid, and rehabilitation of the state secretariat of the state civil service. That we associate ourselves with His Excellency's radical human capital and socio-economic development programs, numerous youth and women empowerment programs, also the most recently mouth-watering largesse and palliatives released by His Excellency to Imo people, including 40,000 naira minimum wage. The increase, minimum wage increase, transport facilities, free lunch for Imo State civil servants, and all that. That we unequivocally applaud His Excellency for reviving and motivating the Imo State civil service for efficient and optimal service delivery through the release of double promotion for civil servants, recruitment of teachers for primary and secondary schools with a view to rejig our primary and secondary education system. That since the Okigwe zone, Owerri zone, and of course Olu zone, and the greatest number of organizations and Imolites have adopted His Excellency, we found it worthy as the grassroots generals to consolidate and seal these appeals to His Excellency to run for a second term, thus urging him to accept and speak to Imolites without further delay. We salute the courage and undaunting spirit which His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodinma, Governor of Imo State, in confronting the politically ignited and contrived insecurity in Imo State, and urge His Excellency to sustain the spirit. That we will continue to partner with His Excellency Senator Hope Uzodinma, Governor of Imo State, in his unquenchable desire, and urge him to continue to discharge the task of rehabilitation, reconstruction, and recovery, which is already positively repositioning and reshaping our dear state. That we align with the above verifiable fact that distinguished Hope Uzodinma Odidiko has support